Alright, finally we can connect our overflow hose. Very important with the reservoir, because any overfilling of that would cause brake fluid to run out in the inside of your vehicle, which would be a bad situation. Alright, we have one final cable to reconnect. Try to position your cable at the same point where it was before so you have the proper tension on it. And then with a pair of needle nose pliers I should be able to get this to snap into place. There it goes. Great. And finally there's your rubber bumper to protect your cable and your blower assembly. And that wraps it up inside of here for the mechanical work. Finally, we need to connect our brake rod to the master cylinder and brake booster. You may have to move your pedal in order to align the pin. There it is. And finally, your safety pin needs to be replaced. Next, we can reinstall our floorboard. As you might recall, we're upgrading this floorboard with aluminum piece. Very nice piece. We had to relocate the clutch stop plate onto here. We also put a custom bar on the bottom to reconnect it instead of using the flimsy thin steel panel that was on the other floorboard. So it's a simple matter. Sliding it over top of the pedals and over the hooks up top. Slide it over the hooks up top and onto your stud at the bottom of the panel. Alright, that's positioned nicely. Tighten this. Great, and we can reinstall the accelerator pedal ball into the end of the accelerator pedal. Okay, you need to reconnect your accelerator pedal rod. You really should try to support the rod somehow. It requires a bit of force to pop this back into its socket, and it should definitely be popped in, or you're going to lose your accelerator, obviously. So what I'm doing is I've used a pair of vice grips to grab the rod and brace it against my aluminum pedal, my floorboard. Now I'll force this on. There. You probably heard that click. Alright. That's good now. Now that everything's been reinstalled, tightened, what we need to do is fill the reservoir with brake fluid and bleed all the brakes. Speaking of brake fluid, we should probably talk a little bit about the ratings for brake fluid. Brake fluid has a DOT system. See the DOT 3, DOT 4, it's available in DOT 2 also. The DOT system essentially indicates the quality of the brake fluid, and specifically the boiling point at which this brake fluid would start to boil. Believe it or not, under heavy-duty conditions such as racing, those brakes are going to get so hot it can boil your brake fluid. Boiling brake fluid is obviously not a good thing. So the higher the DOT, the higher your boiling temperature. Generally for racing vehicles, heavy-duty vehicles, DOT 4 is sufficient. We're going to use something that's rated a DOT 3 and 4, which obviously if this is rated a DOT 4, it's a higher boiling point. They rate these 3 and 4 because some people don't understand that you can run a DOT 4 in a DOT 3 system, so they think they need to buy a DOT 3 brake fluid. Okay. I just filled the reservoir with DOT 3 and 4 brake fluid, so at this point we're ready to bleed the brakes. Now to make this easier, what we'll do with this car is jack it up all the way around, put it on jack stands, and remove the wheels. Since we'll be moving from wheel to wheel.